Howdy, this is how I make batches of Jello for my McRat Jello diet. Okay, first we go through the parts list. I use a 2-cup measuring cup, a 4-cup measuring cup. I use a pan that has measuring lines on the inside and pour spouts on the side. It makes my life a little bit simpler. I use a wooden spoon, and I use any other smaller spoon. I use a laser thermometer because you don't have to have the water boiling to make Jello. 170 degrees Fahrenheit seems to work just fine. For your supplies, you need Jello in the big box. For the way we're going to do it today, Jello in the big boxes, which are 0.6 ounces. There's boxes that are small boxes. Those are 0.3 ounces. You'd have to use twice as many of the 0.3 ounce boxes. Obviously sugar-free Jello, or it kind of defeats the purpose. These are 20-ounce solo cups. But you know, you can never fill anything to the brim. You need a little bit of gap up top. So, and then, oh yeah, if you want fruit, I'll put some blueberries in them. Since the water takes, getting the water hot takes the longest amount of time, that's where we'll start. Because the pan has lines on it, I just bring it up to the 1 quart line, and then I'm going to put it on the burner. I lay out the cups next to the sink, and I put just cover the bottom, in this case with blueberries, or you can use sliced bananas. You can't use anything with bromelain in it, which is like pineapples, papaya, at least if they're fresh, because that stuff breaks down Jello. Next, I put a cup of cold water in the small measuring cup, and then I put a bunch of ice, and then fill it up to the quart line with water with the big measuring cup. Next, we stir in 2 boxes of the Jello into the cold water. Because the water's heating up anyway, we have some time to kill, and plus this makes it dissolve so much freaking better into the hot water, and it doesn't leave residue crystals in the pan, which is something you'll see if you do it using the instructions on the box. There'll be like little granules of gelatin stuck to the box, stuck to the pan. I make sure that the water is at least 175 degrees by using the laser thermometer. Then, come on. Then I turn off the flame. I grab my pre-dissolved Jello. I stir it in. I just scrape it a little bit. You know, I don't have to worry too much about scraping it a whole lot. Just try to get the bulk of it out. And then it's time to add the cold water to it. That you'll see in the instructions says use cold water, or use cold water with some ice. I fill it up to the quart line with ice, and I fill it up to the quart line with water, and it comes out correct. Now it'll splash and stain your clothes, so sometimes you just want to grab the ice cubes and drop them in, so it makes less splashing. I wouldn't wear nice clothes when doing this, because I've made some messes before with this. Then I'm going to stir it till the ice is dissolved. Once the ice is melted, then I'm going to, over the sink, I'm going to use the pour pan to fill 5 solo cups. there's 5. I fill the pan back up to the quart line with hot water again, put it on the burner, and get ready for the next batch. Okay, I get the water back up to 170 again. I stir in my, this is for the second 5 cups. We're making 10 cups today. 10 solo cups, which is just over a gallon and a quarter. Now it leaves a lot in the, it still leaves a lot in the cup, and to get the last little bit out, I'm actually going to put the cup into the hot Jello mixture, stir it around to get that last little bit of Jello goodness into the liquid. Then one more time, I add a quart of water to it. I started out with a quart of hot tap water. Then I put in a cup of cold water with the Jello mixture, and now we're adding another quart of ice and water mixture to it. So we end up with more than the box actually says. We end up with actually quite a bit more, but I never really measured it. And then we're going to stir this until it dissolves and pour it again. So now we're going to pour our next 5 solo cups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And if there's a little left, I just balance it out between the pans. Then with the hot water, I rinse the pan out. I rinse the cup out. Rinse the other cup out. Rinse spoon 1 off. Rinse spoon 2 off. And then I do not have to Then I do not have to wash them. I just put them in the cupboard, or sometimes leave them on a burner if we're not using the stove or whatever. And that's the whole trick behind making 10 large cups of Jello in a relatively short amount of time. Thank you.